Welcome back to yet again another stream, my quick crypto family and coin factory family. 28 days now, I believe, 25 days in a row. And yeah, half an hour late today. I apologize for that. I did let people know in my free Discord server, which I am linking in the chat right now. But ultimately, yes, we got some very, very big news for Kaspa again today. As we can see from the title, Kaspa will make millionaires, kind of the clickbait title, I know, but we're going to be talking about the fact that Kaspa is so very close now to reaching 1000 petahash per second, 1 EH, which is a major milestone. We got Krc20 updates, we got, a summary from Binance as well, which I think to listen to the live stream myself, but we're going to be talking about it as well. And also into ETFs, right? A lot to talk about, and also some other major catalysts incoming as well regarding China and Russia, who have seemingly dropped their anti-crypto stance and have made some very big developments. Jason Soto, welcome, my man. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining. And for anyone who's new, subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoy these streams, I've been doing them daily and I plan to keep doing so. Leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Of course, Thomas Keith, my man, good morning to you indeed. So without further ado, I want to talk about some of the real world catalysts first. We've got this here, big breaking. China has just passed a bill to unban Bitcoin, which is very, very big news, just as we're about to approach this bull cycle, as you will. So we're now starting to see China and the rest of the world getting involved and accepting crypto, accepting Bitcoin, which means, it further indicates that this incoming bull cycle is going to be so much bigger, because now the Chinese citizens will have the capability to hold and mine and buy Bitcoin, which is very, very big. And it's not just China as well, also Russia. Bitcoin mining became legal in Russia. Very, very big news. And it's not just Bitcoin mining, therefore it means mining for cryptocurrencies are illegal in China, so illegal in Russia. So who's to say that maybe one day Russia decides to mine Kaspa? Who knows? It would be a very, very big feat if they did. Of course, Kaspa being the second best proof of work right now. I mean, it's the best project in this space, but in comparison to Bitcoin right now, it's not just there. But it's going to build up, I'm sure. It will flip Bitcoin, one day. We can all hope, we can all pray, right? Hello, Leroy, my man from Australia. It is midnight for my man right now. Midnight, and he's in the stream. He's a legend, so welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for joining once again. But yeah, this is very, very big news. Very, very big news. And there's a lot incoming for, Kaspa, crypto in general. All these signs, all these indicators, these articles I'm showcasing you, it's just a sign of, this turn that's about to happen. People are still worried right now. Not many, arguably, but I do get the question asked to me about, is the bull run going to happen? Who knows? And it's a fair question. There's no bad questions ever. But all the indicators that I show you in the articles and the research that I show you in my streams, and I also share in my Discord server when I can, they're indicators that the bull cycle is coming, and it will be a very, very volatile one. The global liquidity is entering into the bullish phase. The last three instances when it happened was in 2012 to 2013, 16 to 17, and 2020 to 2021. Every single time crypto bull run followed, we are in this cycle once again. The liquidity is growing. It's starting to grow more and more and more, and we're going to start seeing a massive shift from the liquidity in the global market starting to be pushed into on-risk assets like cryptocurrencies. We can see furthermore here, breaking, the US money market fund just saw $90 billion of inflows in the first half of August. The most since November 2023. Very, very big. We can see the proof of that here in this image right here. This is double the amount recorded last month, according to EPFR data. Ultimately, the era of high rates is coming to an end, and this is the start, therefore, of low interest rates, and therefore, more faith, less worry, and less fun and worry about the current ability to money, so you can then take more risks. If high rates go, psychologically speaking, you can take more risk and start making more investments because there's no more high rates. You're not worried about anything happening. So again, a very, very big sign. And as Leroy states here, everything points to a bull run coming. For me, it's easy to see, and I agree. It's very easy to see. Everything is pointing towards a bull cycle, including this. The dollar index is dropping hard the past few days. It's very, very bullish for crypto. As the value of the dollar is dropping more and more, people are going to get more afraid. They're not going to want to hold crypto, hold the not crypto, apologies. They're going to hold fiat, hold the dollar if it's dropping in value. They're going to want to make an investment, a hedge against inflation. They'll want to go into crypto. And I think Kaspa's a very, very strong shout, especially when you have announcements like this. 947.44 petahash per second. That is absolutely nuts. A week ago, I'm pretty sure a week ago it was at 800. is growing so very quickly, and it is making me so very bullish. Basically, for those who are unaware what this means, this is an indication of the increase in adoption of the project with an increase in security. The higher this number, the harder it is for miners to mine as well, which means that they're having to, they're expanding more efforts to mine blocks for Kaspa, which is also why we need to see the price of Kaspa rise. So basically, this is why high hash rate, or more often than not, high hash rate indicates a price rise, because it's harder for miners to make profit from high hash rate because it's harder to mine, and that will in due time result in a price rise. And also it's bullish because it showcases that the growth of the project is growing more, there's higher adoption, and it will showcase that it's more secure as well, so it's more investor confidence as well. We can see here Krc20 updates as well. We've got the likes of meme tokens, right? This is a very, very cool idea. I thought, obviously, I think I'm not a big investor in meme tokens. That is liable to change. I'm stating that now, as we're about to enter into a very big bull cycle. A lot of projects are about to pump, and memes are very volatile. So I am starting to do a little bit extra research into other crypto projects that have potential, and memes are going to be one of them as well. Especially with the release of the Krc20, right? It's going to be a very, very new chain, which we can see here. People are saying, oh, I thought the Kaspa chain was a ghost chain, like it's useless. Well, the fact that in the first 12 hours of the Kaspa operation, it had more transactions done than Litecoin has ever done in a single day in its entire history. That is very, very big news. So Kaspa, when it officially launches, I'm sure is going to initially have more than Litecoin ever does, and probably overtake Litecoin quite comfortably. I mean, we look at the crypto projects right now. We can see that Kaspa is literally right behind Litecoin. I don't think it's going to be long until Kaspa flips Litecoin, truth be told. It won't be long, and eventually Kaspa will then compete with the likes of Cardano and Tron, and also Solana, and when smart contracts come out, we'll see it compete with Ethereum as well. Very, very possible. This is very, very big to see, and and I think the meme tokens are very, very good for Kaspa as well. Simply putting, is that Kaspa's got a lot of very, very intriguing projects they're trying to build right now, which we're going to get into as well, and it involves the Krc20. The Kasplex, very, very big. But what Kaspa needs is the adoption. That's what they need right now. And there's no better way to bring attention and adoption to the project than meme tokens. Meme tokens, for whatever reason, it baffles me, because I think there's nothing better than good fundamentals and good utility. But meme tokens just get so much attention. They're so highly volatile. So the fact that Kaspa obviously understand this, which is why the first thing they're doing is launching meme tokens on their Kasplex, their block DAG, likes of Natra, the likes of Ghost, Kaspa that goes to Kaspa, right? And now it looks like they're going to be releasing another meme token in the form of SOMPs. A token's amount will per mint will be 1 million SOMPs, the exact amount of SOMP in one Kas coin, which happens to set as a fee per mint by Krc20 protocol rules. It's just obviously it's based on our founder and our hero, Jonathan Sopolinsky. He's an absolute genius in this space without a shadow of a doubt. So it's very, very interesting, very, very cool to see. The more, I'm not saying meme tokens are a great buy. I've expressed my belief on meme tokens. I don't think they're bad. I see their use case. I see why people go into them. I haven't got into them because I think they're really, really risky and they're hard to call. But again, I say I might change my opinion on that very soon. But ultimately, yes, it's good to see more meme tokens coming on Kaspa, which will increase the adoption. And in due time, when more and more people get onto Kaspa's chain, they might decide, oh, you know what, I'm going to have a bit more research into Kaspa, see what it's doing when it launches its own stablecoin as well. The project that KI are helping with Kaspa as well. This could very well, I think it, not even very well, I think it will. The meme tokens will bring so much adoption to Kaspa that it will let Kaspa then flourish even further. And when it builds the other real project on its space, it's going to take off 100%, in my opinion. Andy A, today I've not bought any Kaspa. That is I think that's the first time in my stream that Andy has not bought any Kaspa. I'm gonna give you 1 hour. I would not be surprised by the end of the stream, like, oh yeah, no, I just bought another 3 Kaspa just because. Pokesurfing, welcome. What's up, brother? Hope you're having a great weekend. It's been a very good weekend for me, and obviously for those, I'm pretty sure I know it is, and I'm at bank holiday Monday tomorrow. Obviously I'll still be working, so still be doing a live stream tomorrow as well. But yeah, for those who are having a bank holiday weekend, I'm hoping you guys have a very good holiday, have a good weekend, and it's been very good for me. So thank you very much. Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon to you too, Simon. They're minting a lot of stable coins. They will come down into altcoins. Yeah, the Krc20 is going to be very, very big. Very, very big. Is it worth setting up a KS5 miner? Only just joined. To my knowledge, from a post and data I saw in one of my previous streams, if you are mining long term, then it is profitable. more profitable to mine Kaspa than just to hold it and buy it. If you're doing it, I think it's over the course of 18 months, then you become profitable with miners. So up to you. I don't think miners is bad. I don't mind, and I don't think I ever will personally. But I do see the benefits in it, and I think Kaspa being a proof of work, it's one of the best ones in this space. Is very, very big. So that's also very, very cool. So I think it's not. I think it could be worth you looking into, definitely. Kaspa will not hit $1 this run because there won't be an alt cycle. I disagree, but you're welcome to your own opinion and a log crunch. I think Kaspa will definitely surpass $1 this cycle. I mean, again, if you're based, one of the analytics, one of the indicators that a lot of people use for proof of work projects, what only Bitcoin and Kaspa, because only two that actually follow it, is the power law, right? The power law is a very, reliable indicator. It's not the do or die, it's not the holy grail, but it's a reliable indicator because Kaspa follows it quite religiously for the most part. And if it follows the power law, minimum is $1.20. So based on that alone, I think it will surpass $1 very, very comfortably. My conservative prediction is 3. My likely prediction is 5. A lot of people in the space are stating $6 to $16. I don't think it will surge that high. I think that's quite excessive, but I could be wrong. I would love to be wrong, actually. But there's a lot incoming for Kaspa, and crypto in this space. There's a lot that's hard to predict. Again, we're seeing the mass adoption changing. People starting to, liquidity going up more and more. Dollars dropping more and more. The BRICS nations, the powerful countries that have been so anti-crypto, are now starting to flip the switch. It's very, very good to see. We're starting to see a lot more adoption to crypto, which makes it all the more reason to why it's so hard to predict where this market's going to go, because it's so big. There's so much happening. It's so hard to predict how much money is going to be pumped into this market. And in fact, we have a little bit of a understanding with that, in regards to this post here. German state-owned development bank prepares for tokenized bond issuance with, going to butcher this name, I apologize, Börse Stuttgart Digital in ECB chart. Now, why is this big news? Well, I need to go through the whole article myself, but from what I briefly read through it, effectively speaking, it just showcases they're getting into tokenized real-world asset issuance, which is very, very big news. And in due time, the United States and other countries will do the same. We'll do the same. And this is a $100 trillion market. An absolutely over $100 trillion market. It's an absolutely massive, massive market that's all going to become tokenized, go on-chain, go into the crypto blockchain projects. So again, it's just proof of how... Now, I'm not saying it's all going to happen in the span of next year. It's going to be a process. It will build up more and more time goes on. But it's just, again, proof of the shift that's happening in crypto and the blockchain space, and more money that's going to be flooding into this market more than ever before. It makes me very, very bullish for where we're going to be, going in the future to be. And there's more catalysts. Again, you can pretty much every single day there's another new announcement made regarding other catalysts that just, again, reinstate my bullish belief and stance on crypto and also for Kaspa. And these meme tokens are going to be great for Krc20 when it comes out, which Krc20, as it stands right now, they're doing their final tests, if anything. All their tests have been successful, so they're doing some last little touch-ups, and it should, I believe it'll be released in the next 2 weeks, which would be, very, very cool, just as the rate cuts come through and, we see a reverse and everything else as well. But Kaspa says he literally uses meme coins to make more money and buy my top picks since these memes are, that's why I see the value in meme coins, because it's very, okay, it's definitely possible. I was not going to say easy. Easy is not the right word. It's very possible if you can, if you do your research and you take your time and you're willing to take the risk in meme tokens and you can make money off it. Great. People typically will invest in memes and flip their money and put it into their actual holding assets, because meme tokens are just community driven. They are very, very volatile. That's why I haven't got into them. But again, because I want to make more money and put it in, I want to find more ways to make money to put it into crypto. That's why I'm going to start looking into the other means of making money with investing into other projects, whether it be memes or just other small caps as well. Personally, going to support Kaspa, Krc20, getting small bag of Nacho, Kaspa that goes to Kaspa. Yeah, I think the new meme tokens launching on Kaspa's chain, I'm not going to say they're all going to do well, because again, it's really hard to determine what's going to do well for meme tokens in general. Kaspa's community is amazing, and I'm sure they're going to love Nacho, it being Shai's cat and all, and other projects also have very, very, seemingly very good, I guess, very good standing as meme tokens on Kaspa's chain. So I am, very much looking forward to what's going to come with Kaspa in the meme tokens, and therefore I probably get into some of it as well. But we have to just wait and see. But again, this is very, very big, and if it already did better than Litecoin did, when it poor launch of it as well, And imagine what's going to do when it's fully released. It will just obliterate Litecoin, in my opinion. There's no doubt about it. There's only one place. It's literally just below it as well. Do you think the network will still be secure once mining stops? Yes, definitely. And that's actually kind of confirmed in this live. Again, I've not listened to this live. I plan to at least give it a go if I get the time. But we can see the translation. Okay, Kaspa KII. So the KII stated this, and they stated that once all Kaspa have been mined, miners will still be able to play a vital role in maintaining the network through validating transactions. Although block reward, newly minted Kaspa coins will no longer be available, miners will still be rewarded from transaction fees. So there's still a value for miners on the Kaspa chain. That's the biggest, I guess, the worry that everyone has right now regarding when Kaspa's fully mined by 2039. What's going to happen? Is Kaspa going to lose its security? Is it going to just fall off? No. There are other ways for miners to make profit and continue making Kaspa grow more and more in adoption. This is a key way to do so as well. Not to mention the Krc20, they won't be able to mine Kaspa anymore, but they can just switch over and then get the rewards from the Krc20 tokens on the Kaspa chain. So again, very, very cool. The block DAG. You made me buy a 0.9. I told you, Andy. I told you. I did not want you to do anything. I don't say I did not, but I told you buy some Kaspa. There's no way you didn't. It's not. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'll be honest. I literally have I've been doing work all morning, and that's why I literally loaded up my streaming software to go live. I've not had a chance to properly go through these articles. I got linked this article. Well, I think it was this. I got linked this article through a member in my free Discord server, who is very, very locked in. My man Cody, he's very, very locked in, and he's seemingly very knowledgeable in this space, and he just showed me this article, and I was like, oh wow, okay, that looks very, very cool. So I've gave it a very brief look through, just given a very brief summary of it, and I plan to go into it a lot more detail and give my own opinions on it in more depth. But I know it's not a long article. I just haven't had the time to go through it properly yet. I just haven't had the time, unfortunately, but I do plan to. Again, the reason why I'm so passionate in this space is for the research that I do, and I constantly want to learn more and more. And I'm thanks to the community that I create, we created the server I started, but the community that we have created together, we are all learning a lot, and that's why I made it. We're at 250 members already in just over 2 weeks. We've learned a lot, and I have people who are helping me learn more, while all of us together we're learning more and more. So this is very, very big. I just haven't had the chance to properly go through it yet, but that is, I will. It's not me trying to be lazy, I promise you. I just haven't had the time, unfortunately. I've been very busy, which is also why the stream was half an hour late, because I ran over with what work I was doing. Good morning, QQ. I like your profile picture. It goes hard. Thank you very much, my man. Thank you. Yeah, it's a weird idea, actually. I don't know. I had the idea of, quick crypto sounds really cool, for my opinion. I was like, so what works? Oh yeah, let's just do a cheetah and make it look like it's a businessman. I thought it was quite cool. So yeah. What about Ton? I've heard news. I heard news again from my community member. Shout out to my community members that Ton's in a bit of a situation right now, because the billionaire Telegram CEO Pavel Durov was arrested in France. So Ton might be in a bit of a situation. Obviously, right now it's sitting at number 10, Toncoin. So yeah, I've heard a little bit about Ton. Again, thanks to I literally just got on my PC, saw my community was talking about it. I was like, oh wow, okay, that's a big no-no. So I had the chance to go through again. It annoys me. I'm just too busy right now. But yeah, I've seen about Ton. Ton, I think, in a bit of. I mean, we'll see what happens with Ton. We've seen right now it's down. It's up right now, on the hour. On the last 24 hours, it's down 14%. And it's most likely due to the announcement of the CEO being arrested. We'll see what happens with it in the future. Whether it's what's going to come from it. But yeah, it looks like it's it looks like it's in a bit of a situation right now. So I'm a bit worried about Ton. Obviously, it's number 10, a number 9 even market cap. So it's a very big cap token. So it would be quite disastrous if this project does collapse. It could cause I don't think it'd be. I'm not sure if it'd be as bad as FTX, but if it collapsed because this the CEO is a bad actor, and it rug pulls, that could be very, very very disastrous for the crypto space, especially as it's about to go into a bull market. It's the last thing you want to see at this moment in time. If Kappa doesn't have any major exchanges, their meme coins won't either, so they won't do well. You have to be consistent with the fact that that's why Kappa hasn't blown up yet. Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I've reiterated that throughout all of my streams, that the reason why, when all these other projects seemingly have done very, very well in this space, whilst Kaspa hasn't, is because they've not got any tier ones. No major exchanges. But again, if you've been paying attention to the space for long enough, you know that Kraken has secured a spot listing for Kaspa. That is fact. They already have. They will be listing Kaspa in due time. And Binance seemingly are very, very keen. Yeah, futures market already they have a mining pool for Kaspa. And as I showcased yesterday on my stream, they held a Binance Live about Kaspa. When you had the likes of Shy and Wolfie, not Shy, Nicholas Sismill and Wolfie talking about Kaspa with Binance. And we can see from this picture, it had 75,500 views. That's more than Binance's return to India stream. And it's 7 to 8 times more than their average watch house on the other streams. So this for me reinstates my belief that if Binance are, you know, evidently can look at this thing, oh well, there's a lot of belief with the project. It's got one of their most views in recent, most views about Kaspa. So evidently it's a project that has a lot of attention, a lot of FOMO, a lot of adoption, and therefore it would be within their best interest to list the project. So we will be getting Binance. We will be getting the likes of Kraken very soon as well, and therefore these meme tokens will eventually will in due time do well as well. Right now, Kaspa's doing as well as it is, which is again top 21, top 20, just purely on community alone. When it has the adoption through big exchange listings, it's just going to soar from there. So I'm not too worried about that in due time, because if there was no announcements, I'd be like, okay, yeah, fair enough. We don't know, we're just hoping, but it's not hope anymore. We've seen that confirmation of Kraken getting involved, and there's a lot of, you know, news being circling around Binance and Kaspa right now. Not to mention as well, as I've showcased again in previous streams, this interview from the Billy Goat's Tail. At the 30 to 35, between 30 to 35 minutes, you have Wolfie on the stream who confirms in the stream that Kaspa have been in talks with the top 6 tier 1 exchanges for the past 6 months or so. So they know of Kaspa. OKX is part of the KEF. Coinbase funded their initial research for Kaspa with DAG Labs. And they have connections to Marathon, who are mining Kaspa, who actually just recently increased their position or re-increased it. Where's the post? I can't find the post, but Marathon basically, like, they re-increased the position. This is where Marathon was, you know, they're slowly coming back. And I showcased either yesterday or the day before that Marathon had massively increased their position and holding. Yeah, here it is. They're back on track. They're holding now more Kaspa than they were, you know, beginning of this month. So again, we're seeing, and Coinbase had connections to Marathon thanks to their shareholder BlackRock. So the point being is, Wolfie confirmed to talking to major exchanges, and also we know that OKX are involved. We know that Kraken are going to be listing. They've confirmed that. Binance are very, very involved. We know Coinbase have deep connections, and there's the connection to prove that tier 1s are coming to Kaspa. So I'm not worried at all in that regard. But you make a fair point. You make a very fair point. And then to go back onto the Binance thing as well. Again, this is a post from Crypto Proselyte. Crypto Proselyte. He gave a detailed Kaspa Binance AMA summary, which again literally just hopped on my PC to do my stream, so I haven't had a chance to read through it fully, and I plan to. And I'm also going to be linking and giving my own thoughts in my Discord server, my free Discord server, which you're more than welcome to join. The link's in the chat. Just to give a final thoughts then, just to go off of what he said. He basically said the Kaspa AMA session was a thorough exploration of everything that makes this project unique, from its innovative block DAG and K-heavy hash algorithm to its commitment with decentralization and fairness. With upcoming technical upgrades, ecosystem expansions, and new use case emerging, Kaspa is on a trajectory to challenge the status quo of proof-of-work projects, while offering new opportunities for miners, developers, and businesses alike. Ultimately, Kaspa is just... They just basically give a massive rundown of why Kaspa is as good as it is. And I showcased again in previous streams the interview. I don't know if I retweeted this one. I did link it again in my Discord server, so I'm going to quickly pull that up then. I did showcase that that Nicholas Sismill. Again, it was okay. Well, it seemed to be removed now, but it was I Well, it's been removed, I'm guessing, because it was the full interview of Binance, so it got removed for that reason. But there was a 2-minute cut, which I think actually I showed I think I might have seen it on my homepage. It was just a 2-minute summary of, you know, the explanation of what Kaspa's doing, and what that include, because I wrote notes on this one as well, that include basically talking about the Bitcoin shortcomings in the stream. He also spoke about, you know, Bitcoin, the possible L2 factor. Bitcoin can no longer be a form of money because it's not scalable, but Kaspa is perfect to be it's the first perfect form of money because it's decentralized, it's scalable, and it's secure. And Kaspa has the highest stop to flow ratio, and in due time, by 2029, I believe it will overtake Bitcoin in terms of security. I believe it said, which it seems to be on track for. Again, look how quick the hash rate is growing. It's growing ridiculously. So, you know, that is, again, is why I'm so bullish on this project and where its, you know, projection is in the very near future. And yeah, it's already, you know, it's already seemingly dominating when it's not even, it's so early. Kaspa this is why I'm so bullish. It is so early. It's already competing with other projects when it's not, like, again, it's already competing and surpassed Litecoin when it's not even got its KRC20 out yet. But it did, on the bad launch, the initial test bad launch of it, it already surpassed it. It surpassed Ethereum as well, I'm pretty sure as well. At least it's appearing on average. Like Ethereum's daily transaction is about 1 million, and Kaspa surpassed that on the first bad launch of it. So imagine how good Kaspa could be when the adoption grows and the KRC20 stable and the stable coins come through, thanks to the help of the likes of the KII, who have confirmed they're doing very, very big things with Kaspa. So yeah, I'm optimistic about this project, very much so, to give the long answer to your question. Imagine Kaspa blows all expectation out of the water and go to $100. I mean, that would be the dream. Now, I'm going to state that it's impossible. I think that is well and truly impossible. But I would be very happy if that did happen. I mean, obviously, I do believe $100 will happen for Kaspa at some point in time. It might be, 10 years from now, or even sooner than that, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, 2026, that would be insane. Have we talked about that Mexi wallets that have bought 102 million Kaspa yesterday? Are we going to have 2 Archimans soon? If that is true, that is interesting, and I'm not too surprised, I guess, because there's no harm in building up more Kaspa. Right now, we can see the addresses are still building more and more. We seem to have actually had a drop as of late, which I'm not surprised about, because again, we have the looming worries of recession, which I covered in my last 2 streams, which is indicative of what happens. The rate cuts are coming in. We can see Kaspa's down 1.08%, 17.05 cents. And when the rate cuts are officially announced, what typically happens, historically speaking, we see a correction in the markets, followed by a reversal. So we will see a bull run when the rate cuts come through, but it'll be a correction most likely first. So I'm not surprised we're seeing the addresses go down. Mex scooping up more cheap Kaspa because they can, in preparation for this bull market. It just ruined the decentralized aspect of Kaspa a bit, I guess, which does suck. But I mean, 2 outcomes that would look quite cool, I guess. But it would mean that they take up like 10% of the supply, just 2 people. That is not good. That's not the greatest thing to see, but you can't do nothing about it, right? And one of the other things I want to talk about, which is also in the title, is regard to ETFs, right? Regard to ETFs. Now, we got this announcement here. Franklin Templeton files S1 for new crypto index ETFs, right? Very, very, very bullish announcement, if I say so myself. Ultimately, to go through this, a brief summary I have read through this, a brief summary of this one. So, it could be, and the reason why I said it actually could be beneficial for Kaspa, right? And I'll explain why. This article basically talks about, Franklin Templeton, a crypto index ETF, which initially is focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum, of course, but its potential expansion, as we're seeing expanding now, its potential expansion could include other cryptos such as Kaspa, and it wouldn't be out of the realm possibility, in my opinion, considering that Kaspa is the second highest proof of work in the space. So it's very likely we could see Kaspa included with this digital asset type of ETF. So to go into this a little bit more to get a bit of understanding here, it would increase that the reason why it could potentially benefit Kaspa and CA Kaspa ETF is because it would increase exposure and liquidity. So, the inclusion of this in a widely traded ETF would increase Kaspa's visibility among institutional investors and retail investors. And ETF trading often leads to increased liquidity, as we've seen with Bitcoin, it being at, new all-time highs in the run-up to a bear market, which is very, very big. And it makes it easier, therefore, for investors to buy and sell Kaspa, especially when we see, the tier ones eventually come through as well. That'll be a factor as well. So yeah, increased institutional adoption. ETFs, that's what ETFs are for. It also will make a diversified index, if they're expanding their portfolio effectively, can help stabilize prices by reducing the impact of fluctuations in any single cryptocurrency, which, be great, because that's the whole point of these cryptos as well. They're meant to become, forms of money, and you don't want money to be volatile. Right, it's not. I mean, that's what crypto is right now. But when the market matures more, we'll probably see less volatility and more stability. But that's also what stablecoins are for. Stablecoins are just flat 1-to-1 with a dollar-backed system or whatever it may be, and that will help with the use case as well, with how it connects to crypto. And Kaspa's going to be releasing their own stablecoin on their block DAG as well, which is very, very cool. Again, ETFs, to go further into it once more, it validates the market, right? It's recognition, right? Inclusion of a major ETF can be seen as a form of market validation, signaling that Kaspa has met certain standards. And that's why, again, Kaspa getting an ETF, as much as it means institutional investment, and therefore it means, I guess, less decentralization, because ETFs are holding a lot more of it, it gives more validation to Kaspa. So it has this positives and negatives, and then also with that, increased demand, right? If from the retail, when the market matures more, because right now, keep in mind, we are very, very early in this space. We are the crypto natives. Eventually, crypto will become the next form of money, right? Just like how the internet is used by everyone, like how you listen to me right now, crypto in due time probably will be used by everyone. You won't have fiat anymore. You have just digital assets, dollar-backed system, Bitcoin, Kaspa, whatever it may be, and everyone will use it. And when that happens, the assets that are, trusted, right, the ones with ETFs, effectively, one that institutions trust, they'll be in higher demand because they'll also be available on more ways, instead of just crypto exchanges, right? They'll be available on the big the big markets as well, where the institutions get access to them. Like you basically get increased demand, which more exposure to Kaspa as well if it has an ETF. And again, it being the second largest proof of work, I wouldn't put it past Kaspa getting an ETF in due time. It's still very, very early in its cycle. It's a very new project. The technology has been developed for years and years and years, since 2012, if not longer than that. And Jonathan Dominiki's been working on Ghost for a long time, but this project's only been active since end of the bull cycle, 2021. So it's still very, very early. So it's too early to say that very much that it's going to get ETFs right now, especially because we're still getting the likes of the Kaspa block DAG coming out, the KRI is still working, getting industry partnerships, still no tier one exchanges. It's the whole kind of what I hope and expect will happen, right? I think Kaspa is a project that will likely get ETFs due to, where it is with the crypto. There's little to no downside with Kaspa as it stands right now, which is very, very good. So and again, it being this, it's growing more and more, and it's going to compete with the bigger projects. I mean, it's already competing with big projects without tier ones. So that is a very, very good thing. Overall, basically, the launch of the ETF, which is possible and likely will come to Kaspa in the future, even if it's right now only limited to Bitcoin and Ethereum, it presents a significant opportunity for Kaspa to gain more exposure, more adoption, increase liquidity, which is what the KRI are trying to do with Kaspa as well. And potentially it will benefit from increased institutional adoption and price appreciation, and we'll see Kaspa grow more and more in value. But that is effectively why I'm stating that Kaspa had the potential to make millionaires. I mean, obviously it's a very generic term that everyone seems to use in this space, which I get it. You've got to get your clicks somehow, right? But the reason why Kaspa can, Kaspa's so early on, 17 cents right now, it's very, very undervalued. Very, very undervalued. And yet it's still got tier ones that haven't come through yet. KRC20's not come through yet, and they're going to have meme tokens that are going to bring more adoption to Kaspa as well. Initial adoption, and it will grow more and more from then. You got the fact that it's almost at 1,000 PHS, 1 EHS, and it's growing more and more every single day, and it can surpass that even as well, which is massive. You got the fact that ETFs are a possibility for Kaspa because it being the second largest, and Binance also getting more involved. There's a lot coming for Kaspa that makes me so very bullish on this project. And then you've got all the real world catalysts as well. That's just a cherry on top. Like all that's proving the bull market isn't coming. Dollars crashing, all of it proving it coming. And Kaspa's currently in a position where it's still developing a lot, and we're going to probably see a switch happen very, very shortly. But that's currently where my standing is right now. The longer T1s leave it, the more it will cost them to list. They're building their bags to trust. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. The longer it takes for these tier ones to list Kaspa, because Kaspa, even without tier ones, Kaspa's price volatility, its pub will be limited. I agree. It'll be harder without any tier ones. I agree completely. But we know tier ones are coming. We've had confirmation tier ones are coming. Kraken are definitely listing Kaspa. They secured it already. That's confirmed. Binance have a lot of, seemingly a lot of demand for Kaspa. I would not be surprised if they list it before this year as well, and before end of 2024, so next 3 months or so. And the longer they wait, higher Kaspa price is going to be, and the more that they have to pay a premium to list Kaspa. Which is why I think Coinbase are not acting at all right now, seemingly, and I think that's unwise as a business, because keep in mind, these are businesses, right? Their whole point is to make as much money as possible. Them announcing to launch Kaspa would generate a lot of income for them. Because if Kaspa had all major tier ones, I would not be surprised to see Kaspa reach $5 to $7 this market, and that's like 25x minimum. But that's insane. That's absolutely insane. And there's still a lot coming through the crypto market, a lot coming from Kaspa, which I'm going to get into in this stream as well. We lost over 500 dolphins and 1,000 sharks yesterday. Yeah. So right now we're seeing a lot of people jumping ship, or just taking profits, right? Taking profits from Kaspa, which I'm not too surprised about. I'm not worried about it. Ultimately, I'm not. Because you look at it over the next last 7 days, the last week, we still generating more. Yes, they're a smaller holder, but generating more than we've lost. And I'm not worried about it because, again, with the rate cuts incoming, I'm not surprised that people are starting to take profits. It's the smart thing to do. Now, me personally, I'm holding long term. I haven't sold any Kaspa, and I don't plan to. I plan to buy the dips. But yeah, I think that it's not unwise, it's not unsurprising to see people just taking profits, because they are aware and have done their research and know that. And again, some of them probably maybe some of them are part of my stream, my free Discord server, even I'm part of my free Discord server, who knows? And they know that, as I've told them in the space, and we've all discussed together, that rate cuts are a sign of corrections. They're a sign of a bull market coming, but they're a sign of a correction as well, because it's a sign that the economy is in a recession. The Fed only issues rate cuts when there's a looming recession on the doorstep. And right now we're actually at the region where I thought we would be at. I said in my stream yesterday that I think we'll see Kaspa probably pump and probably hover around this 17 to 7.5 cent region. And I guess I called it. Now where it's going to go from here is hard to tell. We could see it correct back down and stay within this region again. We could see it turn tail. We have to see what happens. But as we edge closer and closer to September, I think we'll start seeing the market prepare for the rate cuts. And that means we might start seeing some corrections and consolidations happening. Today I've got cheap gas fees for tomorrow's dogs listing. Going to convert all of them to Kaspa. My man, good man, good man, good man. Hey fam, thanks for crypto. Very much welcome. English is hard. Thank you very much, Freebreaker, and you're welcome. And thank you very much for joining the stream. If you enjoy the streams, as always, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. We should get Kaspa support to Exodus to be more accessible. I mean, yeah, I think there are loads of ways we can get more access to Kaspa would always be appreciated. I'd love to see it. I've noticed the daily volume for Kaspa is around 100 million. Is there a chat that tracks daily volume versus price? Not to my knowledge. Yeah, we can see right now it's just short of 100 million. It's at 95 million, which is 61st. So there's a lot of volume right now in Kaspa, which is good to see. And it just basically, and when we get the tier ones, like when we get, I honestly do believe that when we get tier ones, Kaspa will probably be a top 10 volume project in the bull market. Because there's obviously a lot of belief in this project. Again, the Binance stream was proof that there's a lot of belief and a belief in this project. They haven't got access to it on big exchanges yet, but there's a belief in the project. So when Kaspa gets the Binance and Krakens and the Coinbase and OKX and whatever, everything else, Gemini, Robinhood, Crypto.com, when we get them, I would not be surprised to see Kaspa in the top 10 of volume. And its price just surged higher and higher from then. So yeah, I mean, there's not a chat for that, unfortunately, but yeah, I think we're going to see a big turn for crypto and Kaspa in the coming months, with the Krc20 launch imminent, with the fact that the KRI announced in their roundtable, I believe a little over a week ago now, that they're working a lot with Kaspa. They have very high faith in Kaspa. They want Kaspa because Kaspa is the only project in this space for them that can work on the projects they have in mind, which require DLT solutions at scale that are also decentralized, so they can have censorship resistance from bad actors, but also from overreach from the governments. All right. They want to use Kaspa in the energy sector, which is one of the most valuable sectors on the planet, with the emission market predicted by 2030 to be valued at $2 trillion a year, and all the underlying assets are therefore very extremely valuable in this sector. So with Kaspa being potentially, likely an underlying asset for the energy sector, it will, gain significant adoption and significant value from that. Now, it's very, very big, and they're going to use Kaspa for more than just any energy sector. They've got the 5 biggest enterprise applications in blockchain space, which they're going to utilize Kaspa for, is energy, of course, supply chain, the public sector, cross-border payments, and settlements with contracts within financial institutions. And Rory O'Neill, part of the KII, who was the one that initially approached Shy, he told a major financial institution that manages between 20 to 40 trillion dollars of customer assets a year. 20 to 40 trillion dollars. And they currently, that financial institution he spoke to, currently, according to Rory O'Neill, they currently do 95% of settlements on Ethereum. And the reason they do that is because Ethereum is quite a it's a chain that is quite seamless, so you can jump from Ethereum to other chains quite easily. So most industries are building on Ethereum to then jump to a new chain, when a better one comes out. Because Ethereum's not a great chain. Like, the gas fees are very, very expensive. And speaking of which, Rory O'Neill told that major financial institution that does $20 to $40 trillion a year that if they were to switch to Kaspa, just on the gas fees alone, they'd save tens of millions of dollars a year. Tens of millions of dollars a year. Do you know how nuts that is? So KRI are already doing their due diligence by making Kaspa seem so much more desirable and better than the second major crypto project. Obviously, once it's developed, once it's been built up more, but that really, again, makes me believe, well, when the big institutions finally have the ability to get hold of Kaspa, thanks to Krc20, thanks to the KII and stablecoins and whatnot, Kaspa's adoption is going to explode. Makes me very, very high about it. So yeah, I'm very, very optimistic about where Kaspa's going to go with that regard. We're seeing Binance, so like I said, Binance adoption, which is very, very cool. Hash rate going higher and higher. Meme tokens, which are going to do very well for Kaspa as well. Kaspa's chain, its block DAG is already seemingly it was already flipping other chains. It's not even fully launched yet, blowing them out of the water. The miner's still going to have a way to make money, and ETFs are possibly on the cards, as Franklin Templeton are filing for new crypto ETFs. They're expanding more, and again, with Kaspa being the second largest proof of work, Kaspa is likely going to be a choice. Think about it. Marathon are involved. Marathon, the largest Bitcoin miner that institutions utilize, because their shareholders are from the likes of BlackRock and Jane Street and Vanguard. They now have access to Kaspa thanks to Marathon. So it wouldn't be surprised to see Marathon. Wouldn't be surprised to see new crypto index. They're going to probably apply for the likes of Solana and XRP and whatnot, of course, being the next ones coming off. But I would not be surprised to see Kaspa come in as the second largest proof of work. Once the adoption grows and tier ones come in as well, it would not surprise me at all. And again, we're seeing increased adoption more and more, trying to pass on the bill. Like the fact this for me is massive, absolutely massive, because we're going to see Russia now who've legalized Bitcoin mining. Kaspa the second biggest proof of work. What's to say they won't start mining Kaspa as well? Right now, it's more, even though mining both Bitcoin and Kaspa aren't profitable to mine right now, but it's still more profitable to mine Kaspa than it is Bitcoin. Now, that's not to say therefore they're going to mine Kaspa. The point being is, as Kaspa grows more and more in adoption, it's going to be more in the miner's interest to mine Kaspa than Bitcoin. They're going to mine Bitcoin, of course, it's the biggest crypto project in the space, but we're not surprised to see them start mining from Kaspa as well. So the fact that they're legalized mining is very, very big, very, very cool. And liquidity is growing more and more. The dollar index is crashing, and then we also got this as well, which is again indicative of where this market is going to go. And again, I guess further proof that crypto is not dead and it won't die anytime soon, right? Because we see from the title here, 2/3 of institutional Bitcoin ETF holders held or bought more in Q2. So that's from April to June. April to June in Q2. They either held or bought more. Let's look at what happened with Bitcoin. April, around here. So this is the region he's talking about. So April, around here, to end of June. This region here. So they either held, even though from this region here, from the start to the end, it's actually down roughly 17%, if not it's down roughly. Let's say 50% to be modest, 15%. So they lost, and obviously people would have bought, at the drops down here, the dips, obviously. But point being is, either institutions who were, probably bought at the beginning of the month, they held throughout all of this, and then just probably bought more of the dips. So institutions didn't sell when Bitcoin was coming down. Yet retailers, all the retail panicked, because what retailers do, they bought the dips and they made more money. That is proof that the crypto market is not dead. The retail market, people like us, we're the ones that are largely selling. The institutions aren't, because they believe in what's happening and they want to build up as much liquidity as possible. If the institutions aren't selling, that's a sign of, they're going to want to make profit. It's a sign of where crypto's going and what's coming in the future. And assets like Kaspa are ones that have a lot of FOMO around it right now due to all the growth in the growth of the project development coming in play. Just quickly reading through the chat. BRIC versus US dollar. Kaspa is on the BRIC side, but it was all planned in the books of Kaspa. Yeah. Good morning, Charles Morales. Good morning. Good morning. Do you mean biggest in hash rate or market cap? I'm not exactly sure when the question got asked. So I'm not sure what you're referring to. If you're talking about what Nicholas Sismel stated in the Bitcoin live, Nicholas Sismel stated, then that is in reference to the hash rate, the biggest in hash rate. I mean, market cap is going to grow more and more, but I mean, Kaspa, I'm gonna guess that I was referring to hash rate and being the most secure project. But again, if you clarify what the response to that question is in response to what I stated, I can give you a more direct answer. If Ice River start with liquid cooled ASICs, will those miners use less energy then? I'm not too well versed in the mining side of things, to be honest, so I can't give you an answer. I'm sure someone in this chat knows, because I know people in this chat are mining Kaspa and have a better idea of it. So by all means, anyone can help out, answer it please, because I know we're all wanting to learn more in this space either way, and I'd love to know myself. You said Kaspa is or will be the second largest proof of work chain. Right now, it is the second largest proof of work chain. In regards to not in regards to market cap right now, because obviously market cap's got the likes of Litecoin, which technically speaking is a proof of work and is still technically, well, even though it's not by much, even Litecoin is above Kaspa just. So it's not market cap just yet. It's the second. It's the second in terms of hash rate. Like it's all, after Bitcoin, after 51% attack cost. I'm gonna try and find this. I'm gonna try and find the post for it so I can just show you visual confirmation of it. But in terms of 51% attacks on Kaspa, on proof of work projects, Kaspa's already behind Bitcoin now, so it's surpassed Litecoin a little while back. I will find this so I can get this for you. But yeah, I'm referring to hash rate. Kaspa's the second largest proof of work in that regard right now, and it's growing more and more. And think about it, it's already where it's at without many of its developments coming out yet. The likes of again, the exchange listings and everything else. And yeah, obviously Dogecoin as well is bigger. So there's a lot still that Kaspa's not done yet. So it's not the biggest in terms of market cap, but in terms of hash rate, then yes, it is. Have I passed it? I have not seen it, so I have no clue. I mean, I'll try and find it whilst we talk. But yeah, it basically Kaspa's the second biggest in terms of hash rate right now, and it's going to grow more and more. and will flip many projects in this space in the years to follow. Yeah, I'm just very, very optimistic about where Kaspa's going to go right now. We're currently approaching the 50-minute mark, for just as a warning to everyone, which means that in 10 minutes I will be wrapping the stream up. So if you've got any further questions, again, feel free to ask them. I'll answer where I can. And if you, again, enjoy the streams, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. And if you want to learn more about crypto, like not just Kaspa, obviously Kaspa's great. Can't get enough Kaspa, but if you want to learn more about crypto, I've got a free Discord server that's on the screen right now, in the chat, in the description, and also on my homepage. Free Discord server where right now we are just all trying to build our knowledge together in this space to become more, well, just to help navigate this market right now, because there's a lot to learn in this space. There's a lot to learn in this space, and we're just trying to find the best way to navigate this market. So if you want to learn more, feel free to join, and hopefully I'll see you there. We've learned a lot already, and it's been very insightful for myself. Again, I'm learning more thanks to my community members, and they've learned a lot as well. So it's been a very, very profitable space for all of us, and it's free. So, is there any estimation or at all how much more rewards for miners it will be the case for $20? No, I don't think there's currently any stats out for that right now. I believe it won't be as profitable. Again, I could be wrong. I think it's going to it's going to pretty much. I'm guessing it's going to be factored based on the adoption of the project. Like the more adoption the project has, the more opportunity there will be to mine the tokens. Therefore, they can make more money that way. So, if touch wood somehow, God forbid, Kaspa's Krc20, if block DAG just blows, gets no adoption, then it won't work. Although I think that is very, very unlikely. I think Kaspa will definitely get. Okay, here it is. Thank you. Yeah, Kaspa is currently into the, and this is the old as well. This is back from August 4th, the beginning of the month. 715 back then. It's already at 947. So it's by far the second strongest in terms of hash rate. And behind Bitcoin, which is at 630 PHS. So Kaspa's already close to being at 1. So it's 1,000. So it's 630 times behind it still. But we've seen how quickly it's growing. It could very much catch up. And when it gets the Binance mining pool, all the mass adoption, it could start rapidly gaining more and more hash rate. And I mean, that's what I said. I think Nicholas Sismore said by 2029 it's meant to actually flip Bitcoin by 2029. So I mean, that's very, very cool. But yeah, to answer your question, sorry, Cash Ching. Yeah, I don't think I think it's going to be based on the adoption of the Krc20 and how much adoption it has. The higher the adoption, the more it's utilized, which it should be utilized higher, being the only block DAG that will be scalable, secure, and decentralized, and it will have stablecoins on it as well. The KRI are going to take an active role in bringing more adoption to the Krc20 Kaspa Etfs, and the founders are going to be launching their own stablecoin as well. The KRI are going to make sure that both Kaspa and the KRI are compliant with regulations from day one, which we've seen proof. I've showed this again in my Discord server, my free Discord server, that the JP Morgan and also Harvard, their business review stated that stablecoins will be able to revise the monetary system and also disrupt. It will disrupt the SWIFT system, basically. So the exact quote is from Harvard Business Review. I'm going to see if I can find it actually, just again because it's just easier to see it as opposed to me just waffling. I'll try and find the exact quote. Again, I'm going through my server so I can try and find it for everyone. It is not that one. It is It is this one. I can't find it. Where's going on? Well, whilst I do that, I'll try and ask questions. The fact that Kas team is now that's also something very, very important to know. Previously, it was just the Kasplex team, but now the core devs have now got involved with Krc20. And it's because I'm assuming it's because they want to push out the stablecoin. So that is very, very cool as well, and that's gives me a lot of okay, I found the post funny, but it gives me a lot of optimism about where Kaspa's going to go. Now the core devs are getting involved with Krc20. It makes me very, very happy to see that they've taken a real initiative with this and make sure they get it really fleshed out, so they can get it out in time for the bull market with the help of the KRI and be compliant with regulations. We can see here, as Harvard states here, stablecoins have the potential to rewire and the global financial system. In doing so, they could allow software to eat banking and financial services, sectors left relatively untouched by the internet. They could displace legacy payments and credit card networks such as Swift, Visa, and MasterCard. Now, Visa, all of these institutions, they're getting involved with blockchain now because they know they need to. They need to evolve. Visa and MasterCard are very closely related to Ripple and XRP. But as you have stablecoins that have potential to rewire the global system, and that's why Kaspa are starting to, push it out. But again, as JP Morgan confirms, which I think is in this same, I think it's also, and okay, I've got it somewhere else. It is here. So JP Morgan stated here that the stablecoin issuers who have adhered closely to existing regulations will benefit from the upcoming regulatory crackdown and gain market share. You have to be compliant with regulations in this new system. That's why the KRI are making sure they're going to be compliant with regulations from day one. This is what JP Morgan, America's, if not one of the largest bank in America and therefore the world, have stated this. And Harvard Business Review, they stated that they are, again, it's just proof how important stablecoins are, which is why the core devs are getting involved with Krc20, and they're going to launch their own stablecoin. They're going to steal a lot of liquidity from other blockchains and take the stablecoin liquidity, the adoption, because of how great the chain will be, being, again, the trilemma solver. They'll launch their own one, which will be compliant with regulations thanks to the KII. The KII are literally, as we speak, if they haven't done so already, they are currently creating a regulatory roundtable group with experts from Europe, United States, and MENA to discuss how they make sure that they are compliant with regulations from day one. This is why KRI is so very important for Kaspa. So we'll see significant adoption from Kaspa thanks to the stablecoin and thanks to their block DAG, their platform, and they will gain significant market share, which will allow Kaspa then to flip the other blockchain protocols, the likes of Cardano, Tron. We'll see the likes and flip of Solana as well. And when stablecoins and when smart contracts come out, you'll see it compete and flip the likes of Ethereum. So yeah, again, what Kaspa's in a position, Kaspa's currently, keep in mind, Kaspa's currently at number 22 on CoinMarketCap, just behind Litecoin, with no major tier ones, with a lot of the projects. Kaspa's got a hell of a lot of FOMO, but nothing's properly come out yet. That's also why the price has not skyrocketed yet for Kaspa. Kaspa's where it's at purely based on the community, based on FOMO, but we haven't seen anything put properly into play yet. We've got 10 BPS coming out. It already works on the testnet, but it's not out on mainnet yet. That's going to be out Q1 2025. We've got the Krc20 coming out, which again should be the next few weeks, but it's not out yet. We have to wait to see how good it is and how successful it is, and then we'll see the likes of the meme tokens take off as well. No tier ones yet, but they're coming very, very shortly as well. No smart contracts yet, but they're being developed. They're looked into right now. Dagnite, there's so much incoming for Kaspa that will let it completely dominate this space. As Rory O'Neill stated, I'm going to try and find this tweet. Hopefully it won't take me too long. Here, Rory O'Neill stated, "We were looking at building our own bespoke blockchain and we finally just came to the conclusion, let's just use Kaspa. Because they know how good Kaspa is. They wanted to do it themselves, but they just thought it'd be easier just to take Kaspa. We'll just use Kaspa, it's fine." So yeah, there's so much incoming for Kaspa, and once they actually come out and once they're in play, then we're going to start seeing significant adoption. What Kaspa needs the adoption. That's what the KRI are going to help Kaspa with the adoption. That's what Kaspa needs right now. That's what they're struggling with. Kaspa's main shortcoming right now is the lack of adoption, which is going to be helped thanks to Krc20 and KII. And then we will likely see developments with ETFs on cards, right? We'll see the ETFs, starting to be flushed out a little bit more. We'll see the likes of Krc20 will be helping that as well. We'll see the big tier ones will start listing when they get the adoption as well. Yeah, we'll see 1,000 BPS and much higher than that, 1,000 PHS petahashes, and much higher than that as well when the adoption grows where it needs to be. So yeah, I'm not remotely worried about Kaspa right now, even though its price is currently in a bit of a downtrend again. It's had all the market pumped after the announcement of policy changes by Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman, but as expected, the market's now starting to correct, and I think we'll continue seeing this sort of pattern. I think right now we're going to either see consolidation or start a small correction leading up to September when the rate cuts are likely to be issued. They have, again, Jerome Powell's not stated it's going to be at the very beginning or a little bit into it. We don't know when it's going to be announced and how bad and how severe the cuts are going to be. We just know they're going to happen. But once they happen, we'll see the reaction from the market, what will happen, where we'll go from there. And we will see likely a correction of sorts with projects like Kaspa. We could see it probably come down to, maybe we'll see it come down to 14, maybe even come down a bit further. Bottom out here again. We'll have to wait and see. Again, this is what institutions want as well though. Institutions aren't selling. Proof they're not selling. This article here, they're not selling at all. They're just buying more and more. So the lower Bitcoin goes, the lower crypto goes, the happier they're going to get. They're going to buy more. When retail, panics, they're not going to. They'll buy more. So how bad the correction is going to be, it just, again, don't be emotional. You've got to be logical. You'll understand this is what happens every single year. Every like historically, every 4 years this happens. Rate cuts come in, market corrects, and and then it reverses, and then it goes up. And Kaspa will do the same thing. And when the developments come out, again, Krc20 1000Phs, I've listed them already. When the developments come out, then we'll see Kaspa, adoption explode. So I'm not worried about Kaspa. And I'm sure all the big developments that may be holding Kaspa's price back will be released very, very soon. And we'll see, therefore, the prices soar. I think we still have the potential to see a $1 Kaspa before the end of 2024. I do. I truly do. Because by that point, we will have Kraken out. I'm 90% sure of that. Because they secured a spot already, so we're just waiting for that. I think Binance is definitely on the cards with how much, the fact that they've now finally put Kaspa on their homepage, retweeted them on their homepage, and of course, yes, that is very, very big. So I think we'll start seeing Binance getting more involved as well. We'll see major exchanges and adoption surge more and more as the institutions get more and more involved, and maybe we'll see an ETF. Again, that will give institutions more access to Kaspa, which will therefore potentially make it less decentralized, which I understand the shortcomings of that, and I don't want that myself. But institutions right now are the ones driving this market. That's also, as I there's a post here from who is it? Is it this one? Yeah, Coinbase Asset Management. We can see here. This is the last thing I'm going to show. The Coinbase Asset Management here, as we see here. Institutions are defining the new bull market, and investors are climbing the old wall of worry. The markets aren't wrong, but opinions are. People are acting on emotions, acting on opinion, and therefore they are, being too emotional effectively. And it's causing, it's not the institutions that are selling. It's not institutions that are selling, it's retail. Retail ones that are selling, not institutions. And we can see here, from CoinMarketCap, we're in the middle of a bull market, but retail has yet to arrive. So far, the bull market is driven by crypto natives, so people like you and me, and institutional investors. Most retail users still need to arrive. That's what we're waiting for right now, the adoption. And Kaspa's going to get that, and the tier ones are going to just be that little cherry on top, which Kaspa are going to be getting very, very soon. But anyways, that will be it for the stream. I apologize for a late stream today. It should be normal time tomorrow, even though it's Bank Holiday Monday. For me, I will still be here, so don't worry. If you enjoyed the stream, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And if you enjoy, the content, and you want to learn more, then feel free to join my free Discord server. It's on the screen right now, in the chat, in the description, and also on my YouTube homepage. And again, I think it's been a great stream, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. So hopefully there'll be even more big news tomorrow. So yeah, we'll get into that, and I'll see you guys later.